Mike Moore Media.
I'm talking to Perry Webster, Stoneville Town Manager, our monthly get-together. And Perry, I know normally you would have had your meeting, your town council meeting this past week, but because of the election, it's coming up next week.
That is correct, Mike. We shifted it from the first Tuesday of the month to the second Tuesday of the month.
And I don't have an agenda in front of me, but maybe some of the highlights of that. What's coming up on Tuesday?
Oh, Mike, first I want to say thank you to the downtown merchants and to Shannon Tucker, our HR finance director here, and Delia Hutchinson, our clerk, for getting together, planning and scheduling the Halloween event that we had downtown for our children. It was a great event. There were more kids downtown. It was safe downtown, and to Debbie's, who provided food and entertainment for the children after they were able to walk the streets and get candy from our merchants. We say thank you to each one of those businesses and to Shannon and Delia. I think it was a great afternoon for our children, and it kept them off the streets Tuesday night trying to go from house to house getting candy. And we were able to do that in a safe and controlled environment, and I think it went over well. And it's just something that gets better and better every year. So but I do want to thank our merchants and the people that made this possible.
Always fun at Halloween with stuff like that, isn't it?
It is. Kids and adults enjoy it. We had some adults dressed up and some of our merchants dressed up, and it was just a great afternoon and evening for the merchants and the children.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks to the people that made that happen, for sure. Yeah.
Right.
And I think you've got, speaking of merchants, I think you've got a Western Rockingham Chamber of Commerce coffee coming up next week at Family Tradition, from what I've heard.
That is correct. There's Miss Tammy Evans' business there will be here the next Western Rockingham Coffee, and we're proud to have them here and ask people to come on out and visit downtown Stoneville. And Miss Tammy has always been a great person here in the town of Stoneville, providing anything that you could imagine that you would want. If you don't find it at her place, you might find it at a dad's place. So it's always interesting to be able to go in and see what she has to offer.
Yeah.
So it will be here Thursday.
Lots of treasures, that's for sure. Yeah.
Right.
And then Thanksgiving and fall things, but the town of Stoneville getting ready for Christmas.
We are. We've got our parade planned for Christmas. Be the first Saturday in December, which is December the 2nd. On December the 1st, we're having a tree lighting downtown. And these ladies and Miss Jody Lester is working with businesses, and they're going to have this year when they're doing a contest, if you will, and asking the merchants and the homes, the residents to participate, and they're going to pick a window downtown that has been dressed up, and we'll have, I guess you would call them judges that will make their decision. I'm sure it's going to be a hard decision, but they're doing a lot to kind of involve everybody in the Christmas season this year. We have new lights. We've never had the ornaments on the poles downtown here in Stoneville, and that's happening this year. So it's going to be a great weekend or a great Christmas season. Of course, I will let you know that Ed Matthews, of Channel 2, is going to be our Grand Marshal for our parade. He's agreed to be here as our Grand Marshal. So we're looking forward to a great day and a great evening on that Friday, and then a Christmas parade there is a night parade this year, and so we've changed the route a little to where we can involve more people and allow more people that may not be able to get out or come downtown. They might come right by your house. So we're doing some things. We try to make it safer every year. We've been blessed to have no issues in the past, but we just try to look at all things and make it better.
Sure. Yeah, that's exciting to have Ed Matthews from News 2 in the parade, too. That's wonderful.
Right. It's going to be great.
Now, when do the Christmas ornaments go up?
We're trying to get them up by the week of Thanksgiving.
Okay.
But of course, There's so many things that has to go into that, and getting approval from DOT and the Duke Energy and from Brightspeed to use their poles, and then the receptacles that have to be put up. And anytime you're spending government money, you have to, if it's over a certain amount, you have to get 3 quotes. So it's a lot going on, but we're hoping to get them done by the week of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, okay. Speaking of money, let's talk about that PEG grant. And I know that's one of the items on the agenda next Tuesday.
Yeah, we can use we got a grant to where we can request to use funds for advertising what we're doing in Stoneville, what we're doing downtown. We can do our public meetings or whatever. So we'll be asking the council to allow us to use PEG grant to cover our Christmas tree lighting and our parade. Last year we had one sponsor that did that, but this year we're moving around with sponsorships and doing some other things, but we're going to ask that we use the PEG money to cover our parade and our Christmas tree lighting. And this allows the people that can't get out, they can see it on the screens at home, on television. So we will be asking that be done this year.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Bring us up to date on the Public Works building, getting a little bit closer.
We are. We put out a request for quote this week. We've got the plans back, and by it being the building inspectors require anything over 3,000 square feet to be, they have to have an architectural or an engineered drawing for your HVAC, mechanicals, plumbing, electrical. So we've now put out a request for quote on that we have the building plans, and once that we get that back and we select an architect and those drawings are done, then we'll select a general contractor to oversee the metal building, and my name won't come to me right now, but even though they are in the process, they will put the building up, but we need a general contractor to oversee and make sure that everything is, the cement is poured correctly, the foundation is done properly. And so once we do that, I would say it won't take long to get it done. It's just a matter of going through the process. And again, when you spend in federal grant money, you have to get the 3 quotes. You have to dot all your I's and cross all your T's. So when they do their audit, they find that we did everything properly. So hopefully by the spring of the year, this building will be up. It has been one of the things that's been going on for quite some time now, is trying to get this public works building done. But it's going to champion buildings. The sponsor will give us the building, but we have to get ready to put the building up.
Mm-hmm. Lot of hoops to jump through.
It is, and then you got to get these quotes, and sometimes people are so busy or have so much building going on already that they're not interested in taking on another job. So when you advertise it twice and you only get one person or one company that wants to help you, you're allowed to use that, but you have to do what you have to do to make sure you've done it right.
Yeah, okay. A lot of people concerned. What's the latest on the parking lot on Main Street?
We are in the process now. We've got it graded down and we've put gravel in it, but now we're going to try to make it as safe as possible to where, a lot of times I think you've seen over the last 6 months to 8 months where people meant to put the car in reverse and put it in drive and hit the gas and went into a building or something of that nature. So we're going to do what we can do to make it safe. We're going to recommend to the council that we, put the railroad ties out there to where and stake them down to where if a person's parked in there, they couldn't just come out on the sidewalk, or they couldn't go into the post office, or couldn't go over the hill there at the back of the lot. So it will provide us with some more downtown parking. And what I'm really excited about is it will provide senior citizens an opportunity to park in that parking lot when they're going into the post office. I've always kind of worried about senior citizens or children may dart out of a car across the street or wherever right there, that intersection, and cause some injuries. So, the streets are very tight right there. So it will allow people, especially maybe people who are handicapped, even to not have to park on the street, but to park in that lot and then it allows us to have more downtown parking for people who may want to park for some period of time and shop or whatever. So we hope that we'll get it completed next week if the weather cooperates. But in the next 2 weeks, we should be finished with that.
Yeah, okay. Do you have an idea already about how many parking spaces that will accommodate?
I would say it would give us 15 parking spaces there in that lot. I think it would be an additional 15. And we've seen the need when we have the Fall Festival or even the parade or the Halloween event we had last week, or cruise-ins, or you just need more parking. And I think this will allow us to assist our residents with some good parking areas. And there are people who don't like to, parking on the street. When you park on Henry Street, you have to be really careful that there's nobody traveling on Henry Street when you get out of your vehicle, and then this will eliminate that problem also.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, opening those doors there, it could be dangerous for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Anything else we need to mention before time is up?
Well, our leaf collection is in process, and I want to advise the residents to be patient. I think it's been so dry that when he first started earlier in the week to collect the leaves that were already out, he ran into some problems, and he thinks it's because of the dryness of the leaves, and he got trash in his gas fuel line or whatever, and had to, get a new fuel pump, and he just ran into a lot of issues. But he has promised us that we will have the same amount of days that we contracted him for, even though it may be a little later, but he will get that done. So we're just asking the residents to be patient. We're going to get them. It's just a matter of getting this done and not having a breakdown. And, when you're dealing with anything mechanical, anything can happen. But he has been very, very nice and cooperative to let us know we're going to get it done. It just may take a little longer, but it will happen. So just keep us. If you have questions, you can call here at Town Hall, and one of us will be able to give you the information you need as far as this leaf collection is concerned.
Okay. Well, thanks for that update. Yeah, machinery breaks down, water pumps break, and that kind of throws everything off schedule.
It is. It's an ongoing thing. I mean, it's anything mechanical can and will break down, and it seems like when you need it the most, that's when you have the most problems.
Yeah. Well, Perry, always good to talk to you. I appreciate the update on so many different things here. And again, your meeting now scheduled for next Tuesday at 7 o'clock.
That is, and we look forward to tell everybody a happy Thanksgiving and be safe out there and take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next month.
Yeah, you're right. And I want to echo what you said early on in this podcast, Perry, about Shannon and Delia, and you mentioned Jody. I'm seeing, as a member of the media, more and more news releases and flyers and things out there that things happening in Stoneville. So they're getting a lot more marketing work and public relations and things like that out there. So that's exciting.
It is, and they keep working every day to make things better for our citizens and to put Stoneville out there to be. We won't, sometimes if you don't say anything about yourselves, you can be forgotten. So they do a good job of marketing Stoneville and our businesses and working with our businesses to make Stoneville a more attractive place and to get people to come here and visit with us. And they do an outstanding job. I think anybody that comes in this office and meets either one of those young ladies out there will say that not that anything was wrong in the past, but it's just a different era, a different way we try to do things, and both of them have a way to be able to handle and deal with social media. So, and that's where we are now. That's what we're dealing with now. So I'm glad they're here, and I think they'll do Stoneville a great job for many years to come.
Doing a great job already, yeah. So please personally thank them on my behalf. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike.
All right, thank you, Perry. And again, happy Thanksgiving.
You too. Take care.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.
All right, Perry Webster is town manager in Stoneville, where good things are happening there. And I hope you're listening closely, taking notes on the tree lighting December 1st, the parade December 2nd. And you can get more information on their Facebook page, Town of Stoneville, NC. And then the website, town.stoneville.nc.us. And please shop local. Support our Stoneville businesses.